Pastor Timothy Omotoso resumes in the High Court in Port Elizabeth today.
A ruling by the Supreme Court of Appeal on the judge's recusal is expected to be announced.
Omotoso and two others face charges ranging from human trafficking to sexual assault and rape. Ati Mtongana following that story for us this morning. Ati, a very good morning to you. And what is this court appearance for today? What are we expecting to happen today?
Well, we're expecting today Peter Doberman from the defense. He's been standing in and defending the Nigerian pastor who faces several charges, including human trafficking, sexual assault. And so today he will be coming back to give feedback on the decision that was made by the Supreme Court. He then went on after Judge Mandela Makaula refused to recuse himself and refusing to quash the charges. He then took the matter up with the Supreme Court in the Free State. So today he will come back and give feedback about the decision made by the Supreme Court, because they intended to take and petition the Supreme Court to basically also appeal the decision by Judge Mandela Makaula on the refusal to recuse himself and the issue of the charges.
Yeah. Can you just remind our viewers, why have they want the judge to recuse himself from this case? What is really the issue for them?
Well, the issue here, Braden, is that they made it very clear to the judge that he was somehow biased and was in favor of the first witness in this case, which is Cheryl Zondi. There were instances where Judge Mandela Makaula would intervene and try to stop Peter Doberman in the way that he was questioning Cheryl Zondi. If you remember, there was that question which made everybody cringe when he asked about the penetration and he asked about the centimeters of how the Nigerian pastor Timothy Omotoso had penetrated her with, and so the defense is saying that those questions and the interjection of Judge Mandela Makaula was interfering and was in favor of Cheryl Zondi. And also when Judge Mandela Makaula wished Cheryl well for her exams. So all of those issues, Braden, the defense is saying that they seemingly feel that he was very much in favor of Cheryl Zondi in this case. And also the issue of the charges, I think I should bring up, because they were questioning the charges that were brought forward against Nigerian pastor Timothy Omotoso, as well as his two co-accused, saying that the statement that Cheryl Zondi made verbally and the written statement were two contradictory statements. So they questioned that as well. They wanted the charges to be quashed, and also saying Judge Mandela Makaula seems to be very much biased in this case.
Well, let's not forget, Ati, that this trial resumes in the middle of the 16 days of activism against gender-based violence and abuse. And we've seen in court and outside court women supporting the victims of this alleged sexual abuse by Omotoso. And also from his church, we've seen women supporting him. So one wonders whether, as the trial resumes today, we should be expecting to see those two sides again coming out in full force in their respective supporting camps.
Well, those numbers throughout the duration of the trial have seemingly declined from both sides, and more especially from the Jesus Dominion International Church members who are out in support of their pastors, including those women who were calling the pastor their father, saying that they believe his word and that they're here to support him. And then on the other hand, obviously political parties and civil society organizations out here to support the victims in this case. Now, if you remember, Cheryl Zondi not so long ago launched an NGO seeking to assist all people, and all women in particular, young people who have gone through something similar that she has gone through with regards to sexual assault, saying that she wants it to be a home for them. And also she made a point about how the witness protection unit is not that effective. So she's saying that that NGO that she's starting up will seek to help all the witnesses witnesses who are involved in sexual assault cases and victims of sexual assault. So those numbers, Braden, this morning we haven't seen yet, but we're sure that they will be out this morning, but not as much as they have been throughout the duration of this trial.
Thanks very much. That's Ati Mtongana, keeping an eye there on the Timothy Omotoso trial. Two issues there. One